Now that you've had a little introduction into all of the elements, Jerry and I like to help you celebrate the culmination of participating in one of our 28-day programs with a quest. And the quest is to help you honor your journey and to integrate all of the shifts that take place and that continue to take place after doing the 28-day programs. What's interesting is that throughout recorded time and beyond, quests were used as doorways to enter into other spiritual realms. Now, these could have been retreats out into nature, or completing a sacred pilgrimage, or doing a vision quest, but all with an intention to access an inward journey where one could discover sacred visions or discover one's life purpose or even their destined path. Some yearn to find answers to questions like, how can I live a life that matters? How can I heal my relationships? Or how can I get closer to spirit? Or simply to answer a question such as, how can I gain insights on how to be happy? Our ancestors knew this was a portal in which one could discover the mysteries of life and also confront and free oneself from fears and limiting beliefs, and also to help heal emotional wounds to gain some inner peace of mind. As Denise Lynn says, a quest done with intent and an open heart is like a pebble dropped in a still pool. The ripples will touch the farthest shores of your consciousness. It's as if an ember of spirit in the soul has been fanned by the winds of heaven to become an inner flame that will burn deeply and brightly throughout your life. Your quest may be the beginning of your journey into the center of your soul. So here's a little bit about the quest. One of the best ways to open even more fully to your higher self and your inner wisdom is to take time away from your normal routine, to be very still and to just listen. So this is kind of a quest. You can spend an hour, several hours, even a half day, or even an entire day dedicated to just tuning in and listening. For this type of quest, you might want to make a sacred circle that you can sit in. And to make your sacred circle, you can use objects to represent the elements of air, water, fire, and earth for the 4 cardinal directions. So let me give you some examples. You might want to put a feather in the eastern part of the circle to represent air, maybe a bowl of water in the southern part of the circle to represent water, maybe a candle in the west for fire, and possibly a crystal or a stone in the north for the direction for earth. You can make your sacred circle inside or outdoors in nature. It can be a small circle 4 to 6 feet across, or a larger circle that is 8 to 10 feet across. You can make it with flowers strewn in a circle, with pebbles, pine cones, or really anything that you have available. The objects that you use to create your sacred space are less important than the feeling that you have within your circle. It is essential that when you are sitting in your circle that you feel safe and it becomes your sanctuary. Once your circle is complete, create a ceremony to sanctify and bless it and ask for spiritual guidance. And then sit within your circle and visualize yourself becoming a sacred vessel for spirit to flow through. Pray, tune in, talk to the Creator, be still, breathe, be open. You might want to have a pen and paper to record any insights that you have. Then watch for signs and ask yourself, if I knew what my soul wanted me to know, what would it be? There will be messages surrounding you, so watch your thoughts and feelings and also the events that occur around you. tune in and listen with your heart. If you are outdoors, watch the movement of animals, the birds, the clouds. And if you're indoors, it's valuable to be in a place where you can see out of a window. Notice the movement of the clouds or what occurs out the window, but also be aware of all of the other signs within your home. So some other things that you can do for your quest. And this first one is what we like to call a life examination. Re-experience your life again in its totality. And at the same time, become the objective witness or the observer. Remember, don't judge, just observe. Notice patterns that continue to reoccur during your life. Reoccurring issues have a reason for coming up into your awareness. So what has been significant in your life? Another thing that you can do is travel into your probable future. So in that wonderful imagination of yours, project yourself into your future, given your past history and given your subconscious programming. What is your probable destiny? What do you realistically expect is in store for your future? Contemplate traveling to your probable future. Do it so that you project yourself out for 1 year. And then stretch your imagination and project yourself out 5 years. And then 7 years, 10 years, or even 20 or 30 years and beyond. Are you happy with what you see? Do you feel satisfied with the probability patterns of your future? If not, what steps can you take now to create the future that your soul desires? Remember, you are creating that blueprint. Another thing that you can do is examine your relationship to yourself. What are your core beliefs? And then list as many core beliefs as you can. What do they tell you about your relationship with yourself? Observe your old patterns. Examine the thoughts that you have about your quest and about your circle. What are you enjoying? What's bothering you? And when we're ready to release an old habit or a belief, we will often subconsciously create a similar situation that will allow that belief to surface so that it can be released. And the first step to releasing non-productive patterns is just to become aware of them. Because anytime you become aware of them, you already are creating a shift. Another thing that you can do is a forgiveness exercise. Identify the people who have wronged you and the people whom you have wronged yourself. Imagine yourself speaking or communicating with these individuals' higher selves and really speaking your deepest truth to them. And then really listen and allow them to speak their truth to you. Imagine this inner dialogue until you reach some type of a resolution. What haven't you communicated that you need to communicate? What do you need to forgive? If you just can't forgive, then forgive yourself for not forgiving others. Or if an act is so unforgivable to you, forgive the person, but not the act. Another exercise is to consider who is important in your life. Are you at peace with all of your relationships from the past, or is there still something that you need to do or communicate to feel at peace with these people? Who is important to you in your present life? And are you satisfied with your current relationships? Is there any action that you need to take regarding those people? And if there is, make a plan. And then plan on when and how you're going to implement the change. If there is something that you need to change regarding a relationship, be sure to examine how that change will alter every aspect of your life. Another activity that you can do is just to face your fears. Name your fears and then confront them one at a time. If you're not sure exactly what you are afraid of, or if you want to get in touch with your more submerged fears, take a moment to visualize yourself in a vulnerable situation. What situation seems to embody vulnerability for you? And as difficult as it might be as an exercise, imagine that each of your fears coming to fruition. And then visualize yourself facing and overcoming that fear with strength, passion, and power. This simple exercise can make an immense difference in your life and can help you live life with courage and with inner peace. Another activity is to give thanks. Thankfulness helps you to be receptive to the life forces of the universe. Being appreciative empowers and strengthens you. So if you hold your life in the context of misery and suffering, well, then life becomes a string of difficult events to overcome. But if you hold your life in the context of gratefulness, then every experience that you have is a gift and offers great value. So go through your entire life with an attitude of gratitude, an attitude of thankfulness. And even if you're not sure what you're thankful for, radiate a feeling of gratitude for each event in your life, even if it's a learning opportunity. It's never too late to transform your past. Also, we want you to be thankful for your body just as it is. You can help open the door to healing with just being grateful and loving and accepting your physicality. So if you radiate love and thankfulness for your body, it often responds by becoming healthier, even if you just acknowledge that the symptoms that your body is communicating to you, that you are thankful that it is doing its best to let you know that you're out of alignment with something. And then call for a vision. The words you use are less important than the sincerity of your spirit. Transformation and change often come not in the way that we expect. In fact, it is often because it is not as we expected that we can be transformed. So be open. Expect the unexpected. Open so that you can recognize that those quiet moments of life are when remarkable insights can occur. So accept, receive, breathe, observe. The most common way that visions appear is through intuition, a spontaneous thought, or just an inner knowing. Visions, deep spiritual realizations and revelations don't usually come as a lightning bolt, but rather as a gentle emerging awareness. To encourage your vision, be conscious of your thoughts that float around through your mind. Because oftentimes the simple exercise of watching and observing your thoughts can provide remarkable insights into your life and, yes, into your future. And then prayers and praise and blessings. You can also praise the Creator for blessings received. Pray for people you love. Set that intention for people you love. Surround them in that light. And then when you set this intention for people that you have wronged or who have wronged you, and just send them light, you'll be amazed at how this energy can shift in powerful ways. And honor yourself for this beautiful process that you've given to yourself to help integrate all of these amazing shifts. And know that some of these shifts can happen immediately. Other shifts may take days, weeks, or even months. But know you can never step into that same river twice. So just allow the energy of flow all around you. Well, that's an introduction to the elements of air, fire, water, and earth, as well as information about the quest. Thank you for tuning into our introduction, and we really look forward to have you participating with either of our 28-day programs. One is called Let Your Soul Shine, and the other one is called Letting Go into the Flow. So please check out our website for more information, and that is www.lightenupandthrive.com. LIGHTENUP and Thrive, THRIVE.com. Jerry and I look forward to connecting with you and to help you transform your life. Do you feel the call of a quest? We hope so.